Hey everybody, welcome back to another installment of Keep My Five Alive. Today we're going to go along with a series I kind of hit and miss on, and that is less expensive stuff that's kind of the same as the more expensive stuff. You know, cheaper is sometimes cheaper, but cheaper is sometimes less expensive. Less expensive is the way to say things to make them sound like they're not cheap, like made in China, whatever, which a lot of stuff is. You'll see that in a second. And sometimes cheaper is just cheaper. So I'm gonna show you one that I'm happy with to start with. It is from PS Cook. I think it's supposed to be Cook. I'm pretty sure that's how you would say that. It's not Cook, but again, made in China. And there's a big space between the M and the A in made. That's weird. Anyway, this is a necklace similar to what Wazoo has. Wazoo, don't get me wrong, I love Wazoo. They make great stuff. I've even done videos on Wazoo gear. But Wazoo makes a necklace similar to this that is $24. This was $6. And it is a fire starter necklace. And it is exactly, well, almost exactly like the one that Wazoo has, except Wazoo has this really cool looking stone for your striker. But other than that, it's pretty much the same. Got a little bitty ferro rod and a scraper. I actually turned this around so that the teeth are behind the cord, but there's your little scraper. And these work. I've got other ones similar to this. Not necklaces, but scrapers like that. And this little ferro rod. Now, a lot of people complain that these little ferro rods are hard to hold when you're striking, and they are. But I tend to hold mine by the cord like that, so you can strike right across the whole surface of that thing. And it's only an inch long, but then you can really get into it because you're not blocking half of it like that. If you hold it, you're only scratching half an inch or maybe 3/4 of it, depending on how you hold it. But yeah, I just hold the cord real tight. So now this is different than Wazoo's. And yes, it's less expensive, maybe cheaper, maybe it's probably not as cool looking because, like I said, they got that cool looking stone. It's awesome. However, this has, and they send you a sample of this so that you can see what's in it. But this is similar to Survivor cord, except Survivor cord has a wire in it. Now they say they don't put wire in this because it makes it harder to weave, and they're exactly right. The Survivor cord is a little harder to weave. It is doable, but it's harder. But this, in similarity to Survivor cord, has a fishing line right there, and I'm not going to pull it out because I want to show this to my Boy Scouts. Fishing line, kindling. This is like jute twine covered with wax, and this has got 2 cotton threads in it, and they advertise that it's plus 2 additional cotton threads for whatever reason. I haven't been able to identify the second cotton thread. I'm pretty sure this is one of them, and I'm not sure where the other one is, but they say 2 types of fishing line, and I think they refer to the cotton thread as fishing line. But anyway, you at least got this fishing line and twine, kindling in there, whatever you want to call that. It's not really kindling, but it is fire starter material, and that's in here. Now this paracord obviously looks nothing like it, but they make a bracelet using this paracord also, and I guess this is, I don't know why they give you a sample of a different color, but that's just a sample of what this is. And now I guess the idea with this, so you can continue to wear it, what I would do anyway would be to untie this knot, cut about 1 inch or 2 out of it, tie the knot back up so you still got a necklace, and use whatever you need out of it. Now, if you need a fishing line, of course, you'd have to cut this whole thing out, but it's only, let me do a quick measurement here. 6, that's about 20, so it's about 40 inches of paracord. So you get 40 inches of fishing line, which isn't a whole lot, but if you took the individual strands out, of course, you can make, 40 times 7, whatever that is. I'm terrible at math. It's 280 inches of fishing line, plus your 40 that you already got. So you're looking at 320 inches of fishing line, I guess, if you had to go that route. Hopefully you don't ever, but I thought this would be cool to wear at Boy Scout camps and campouts and stuff, because you can start a fire with it. And that's fire is awesome. First of all, being able to start fires is just one of the coolest things about the whole survival preparation. All the different ways to start fire are really awesome and interesting, especially for Cub Scouts. But yeah, I just thought that'd be neat to be able to do, just to show them. So that's that. Like I said, 12 bucks, you can get 4 of these for the price of one from Wazoo. Wazoo makes great stuff, though. Don't get me wrong. I really would like their knife sharpener necklace. That's really cool. I'm thinking about getting that. The second thing is something that's not nearly as fancy. It is cheap stuff. It is this A2S protection paracord bracelet, and it's got an LED light. The button on this thing is so tiny. It's right there. See that little bitty button? That's the power button for the light, and it is it stays on once you turn it on, and it's a pretty good bright light. I mean, I got the lights on in here, and you can still see it. It's pretty effective. Tiny button, but I mean, it works. It's not that bad to get to. Compass with you know, a bezel, rotating bezel to mark your degrees, and a pointer, kind of like on the Sumoto compasses, watch compasses, the clip-on one. And then you got a whistle. Pretty loud. Got some volume to it. Now this part is cool. Now the way this hooks up, I don't really like. It's hard to get on, but it slides on and off like this. Okay. Now this part is kind of neat. It took me a while to figure out where this was, but there's a ferro rod right here, and you could take this ferro rod and slide it onto here as a holder, and then you have a scraper. Oh, where did it go? Right here. That's your scraper for your ferro rod, and it's a little metal scraper, just like the ones you find in the bands of most of these paracord bracelets. And it works pretty much. Well, it did the other day when I tried this. I swear it did. Well, I can't even get it to throw a spark. There it goes. And it works. It's not the greatest. I think I'm at home comfortable here, so I don't have my knife in my pocket right now. But I used a knife on it the other day to make it work. So the scraper, although it's, you know, very similar to all the other ones, it's not super effective. I got that one little spark out of it. I don't know if that's, you know, I don't know why. Maybe it's just a little too sharp. That is a pretty sharp edge. But anyway, it's kind of, I thought it'd be cooler than it is. I don't know what this SOS thing is about, because all that's under there is the batteries. I don't know why that says SOS on it. Oh, look, when you open it, the light comes on. That's weird. Or maybe I hit the button by accident. But yeah, it's just the batteries under there. I'm not sure why it says SOS on it. But anyway. And then it's adjustable right here, which is kind of funky. Now this thing is hard to get on. I've got a regular man-sized wrist, you know, not huge or anything. And it's difficult for me to get it on like this. Like I can stretch it over my hand and get it on there, as you can see. Oh, I just about knocked the camera over. And then it's difficult to slide the thing down. I could use my teeth to do it. Now they could have made that a ferro rod, but like I said, it wouldn't have the locking capabilities. But it's kind of big. And I wear a watch already that's pretty big normally. I don't have it on right now. But it's just kind of big. I feel like they could have made this a little bit narrower just by cutting down some of this unnecessary stuff. And it's difficult to get on with the sliding mechanism. You almost need 2 people or somebody to help you, because when you see, it comes right off when you slide that apart. But man, to try to get that thing on like that is because you gotta like turn it sideways here, and I can't really do it. I'm not even gonna sit here and mess with it because it's very difficult to do. So that's not a good way to put it on. And the other way, it's so tight that I can barely get it on. But yeah, it works. I mean, the ferro rod isn't all that great. The compass seems to be pretty effective. It's pointing in the right direction anyway. So yeah, I guess it's, you know, it's kind of a meh thing. It was $12 for 2 of them. Here's what they look like in the package. It was $12 for 2 of them. You can't expect a whole lot. It comes with this big old instruction sheet. It shows you where everything is, how everything works. You know, of course, they show their ferro rod throwing a lot more sparks than what I could get it to do. But yeah, I mean, I guess it's better than nothing. Hold on, let me grab a knife and show you that ferro rod really works. Because I don't know. I just feel like it's not as, doesn't look as impressive. Not that it's impressive, but I want to show you that works. All right. So I completely forgot I have my trusty Swiss Army knife in my pocket. Can't ever go wrong with a Swiss Army knife, right? I think most people would agree with that. They probably make about the best knife that there is. MacGyver really did them huge favors. All right, so look, with an actual knife, if I can do this without cutting myself. There you go. See, it does spark. It does. It's just that striker that it comes with is just not great. So anyway, that's my video. Hope you like it. I know it's not the most interesting thing, but it's a rainy Sunday, and I was just looking for something to do. So yeah, 12 bucks, $6. This is, I think this is way cooler. And I don't want to strike this to see how well it works. I'm sure it'll work just fine, but it's going to take that paint off. It won't look as good. You know, I'd rather wait till I had to use it the first time. I might buy a couple more of them and just use one to take camping with me and one for like decoration. But anyway, like I said, that's it. Comment, like, subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good upcoming week. I'll see you again real soon.